Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 147, NASDAQ up 67, S&P's up 17, gold contract flat at $1,228 an ounce. Silver up 5 cents at $17.21 an ounce. Platinum up $8 at $1,266 an ounce. Copper up 2.5 pennies at $3.09 a pound. Light sweet crude up 33 cents at $81.33 a barrel. Bonds, we have the 10-year down 6 ticks, 126.30. 30-year down 17 at 141.14. King dollar down 96 ticks, trading out at 85.46. You got the euro up 39 at 127.37, and the yen is trading at 108.09. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world? In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? You're up $14. We're at 1976. We have light volume once again. What it looks that we're going to have here, folks. Okay, when you take this and we put this on a trend break, what you have is this. The way that we broke, when we broke downtown, folks, we broke the week of December 10th, October 10th, rather. We went from 1977 down to 1906. The following week, we went down to 1886. You broke that, and you broke it with volume on the way down. On the way back up, under that channel line is set up at about the 1992 to 1994 area. So we're at 1976. It looks like we're going to go after the bottom of that channel line. That's what happens. That's what happens sometimes when you do break with conviction. Right now, this is what you have. The SPY, the high of the SPY is 201.88. Right now, at 197. That high was generated September 19th. We go from 201 down to a price point of 181. Each and every day right now, what you're seeing is not only a contraction, but the contraction is pretty dramatic on the type of volume, the type of gas you have as we go higher. We're doing 67 million shares today. Yesterday we did 82 million. Day before 117, the day before 154, the day before 151, the day before 154. Bottom line is that you're coming into 177 million. That in itself, now that in itself was light volume at those highs. So I suspect when you take a look at the SPY, it's going to go, and the SPY, what's kind of interesting here is that the SPY itself has a different number than the cash S&P. The SPY number for the bottom of that break, that channel break, right now, well, it's 199.63. That's how that shakes out. When the high is up there is 201. I expect, you know what, we're going to see it. What you have out here today, volume-wise, we're at 480 million, so we'll do probably around 700 million on the NYSE. We take a look at the NASDAQ. Right, NASDAQ is 1.4, so the NASDAQ is going to do about 1.7. Percentage-wise, this is what you have happening. You have the Dow up 0.8%, the NASDAQ is up 1.5%, the S&P is up 0.7%. We go over to the NASDAQ composite. We take a look at the composite. Composite is up 68 points out here. The composite can go test the highs. That's the bottom line. The composite is 4554. That high is 4610. The NDX 100, we take a look at the NDX 100. What you have with the NDX 100, that has 23 million shares today. You're right next to the high, so more than likely that high is going to get tested again. The high in the NDX 100 right now is 100.54. We've reached 99.96. The last high that was generated up there, which was light volume, was 96 million shares, 46 million shares rather. We've done 23 million today. We'll end up doing about, let's see, we'll do about 29 million, 28 million. Yesterday you did 29 million. The day before we did 43, 45. you're going into 64 million. So you have higher price coming in, no doubt. No buyers up at the top. Distribution, and this is the second time, because the first top, just so you can understand, the first top you didn't have any volume. This time you're coming up with even lighter volume. Gold contract. Now this is where it's going to get really interesting. So check this out. Gold contract, folks, didn't do anything today. Gold contract, you had a price spread in gold of 12.22 and a low, 12.35 in the high. We've done 115,000 contracts. That 115,000 contracts has come in and rejected the low that was established on the 23rd. The 23rd we had 140,000 contracts, as well as the 15th, where it had 258,000 contracts. That being said, now let's go over to silver. So we take a look at silver. That being said, we take a look at the silver contract. Silver has a huge amount of work to do to get inside its range. So silver hasn't moved whatsoever. Low today is 1706. The high 1740. We've done 29,000 contracts. It's like, okay, what are you going to do? In both cases, silver has a lot more work to do than gold, but in both cases, I expect first off, silver was going to try to run up to the 1782. Silver has a lot of work to do to get back inside the 1870 area. But I expect what you're going to see is that you're building cars in silver to first off get up to the 1780 area. Then we'll see how it acts as it tries to get into the higher range, which is the 1870 area. Gold. Now we go back to gold. So when you look at gold, what you have at gold is this. It looks to me that gold has just set up a nice C point of an ABC structure on the way up. And if that's what we have, 1183 is your A point on this, 1255 is your B. So it's a decent A to B structure on the way up. We're talking about 73 points. 55 plus 17. 55, 65, 75. Yeah, 73 points. 73 points will get you into about the 1300 area, which totally makes sense because your swing point up here, when it did go topside off the bottom in October 6th, is saying that that wants to get up to 1297. Now, XAU and the HUI, and here's that divergence. There's big divergence, and this is what it is. There's plenty of gold and silver stocks that basically look that they want to go a lot lower, but there's also just as many that want to go higher. And the divergence is pretty intense out here, so it's going to be like who wins the battle, the bears or the bulls. What is interesting, now I didn't buy the stock today, but this is pretty intriguing in itself. Rheingold Resources is trading at 64.91. And Rheingold, okay, if we go back into gold history, meaning since 2001, what you have is this. After large corrections, well here, 2001, the way this had worked, folks, is this. The first equity after a 20-year bear market coming off the bottom was Gold Corp. Gold Corp was the strongest equity inside the gold market for about two and a half, 3 years. About 3 years, actually. Then you had a big correction. What took over then was an Eagle. An Eagle took over. That was the strongest gold stock. That lasted to about 2007. Gold Corp took over. After that correction, now the question is, will Gold Corp, Rheingold Resources took over. Will Rheingold be the strongest stock, or will someone else take over? Well, it's pretty wild because technically the setup on Rheingold is that you're at 64.94. It looks like it wants to go to 60 bucks, and I think that it could even, get down to somewhere in about 48.60 if 60 doesn't hold. That being said, their business, the fundamental business, is great. I've interviewed Mark, the CEO of Bristow of Gold Corp many times. Of Rheingold Resources. You may have heard him here. And that being said, now, okay, so check this out. One of the risks that he always has had, he does business in West Africa. Well, before it was a risk of, basically wars. Now, of course, it's Ebola. But in that context, what you have, you talk about a monster fund coming in it. BlackRock came into this stock, and it came in a big way. BlackRock right now, when I'm pulling this up, hey, you stay right there. I'm going to walk you through this. We're going to be right back, folks.
The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now. Daryl Martin coined the phrase diagnostic trading, and we're happy to announce that his diagnostic box spread analyzer has finally been released. The Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer helps you easily identify the best box spreads on Nadex in seconds, plus you receive access to the diagnostic deviation levels, as well as step-by-step training videos teaching you how to trade Nadex spreads so you can quickly master the mechanics of this simple yet powerful trading instrument. By pulling live data from the Nadex exchange, the Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer does all the math for you, calculating risk, reward potential, distance to break even for both outright spreads and spreads used to hedge the underlying market. Visit the front page of TFNN.com today to get your 2-week free trial to Daryl Martin's Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer and gain access to the valuable information it can provide when trading the Nadex box spreads.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen, live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den, absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investments, and whether you're bullish or bearish on Chinese stocks, the ETFs from Direction Shares are there to help you magnify your perspective. Bull ETFs for a rising market and bear ETFs for a falling market. Direction Shares gives you the tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
With the launch of Tiger TV, TFNN has brought our programming to the next level. With Tiger TV, you can gain access to each host's charts and computer screens as they host their daily stock program. Whether it's Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, David White, Larry Pesavento, Andy Hecht, Thinkorswim, or Daryl Martin, you can catch all of our technicians hosting their programs live and archived on Tiger TV for your viewing pleasure 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you haven't checked out Tiger TV, then visit TFNN.com and see what you're missing. Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. So we're talking about Rango Resources, and so what you do have is this. BlackRock came into this equity in a huge way, not in a small way, folks. Right now they own almost 16% of the equity. And they came in, right now they own 15 million shares. They had owned 11 million, so they were buying this all the way down. They turned around and bought another 16, they bought another 5 million on the 23rd. It's something to watch. I don't own it. I love the stock, but technically the stock looks to me that it still wants to go lower. But that's something that you want to keep your head wrapped around in a big way, because we'll see how it tests these lower swing points. Now, folks, let's go over to our man, Mr. Basil Chapman at the Chapman Wave. Don't forget, every trading day, you can listen to him right here at TFNN, 11 to 12 Eastern Standard Time. Basil also has a great newsletter, The Opening Call. You can test drive that by coming over to our website at TFNN. You go to newsletters, go to trading newsletters. You can test drive The Opening Call right here, right now, 30 days. Basil Chapman, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you?
I'm doing great. Well, listen, how was your vacation?
Vacation was really good. Sydney is a very beautiful city. Been there a few times. My brother lives there.
Okay.
And I have to say that environmentally and design-wise, and in many of the instances, there's tremendous thinking before even a road is changed or a sidewalk is put in. They do an environmental study. So it's really a very interesting city, and it's just very far away. It takes a long time to get there.
Yeah.
But,
hey, so what did he think about the Aussie dollar going down, though? I know they get some concerns over there, right?
Yeah, they do have some concerns. And, of course, they are impacted by China and many of the overseas countries.
Yeah.
So it's a little difficult. But I have to tell you, property is
through the roof.
Unbelievably expensive.
Yeah.
It was through the roof.
Yeah.
4 years ago, it was through the roof. 8 years ago.
It is. No, it is. I know.
And anything with water, anything along the coast, just forget it.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so market-wise, what are we looking at here?
So what we're looking at, so before I went away, we were short. We were short via the SPXS, which is 300% short the S&P, and we were short in some stocks and some other indexes. And I left on the 14th. When we got there on the 15th, I managed, actually, I was very fortunate because the time delay was 13 hours ahead. When the market closed here at 4 o'clock, it was 7 o'clock in the morning there. So I was able to get my newsletter, my opening call out every single day.
Yeah.
We didn't miss a day, and that was lucky because it was a tremendous turn in the market. So what I realized is on the 15th, it was the low. And what's interesting, I'm showing you a chart right now, and this is a pattern that I call, this particular candle I call a Chapman Wave Roman candle. When it occurs at the top, it's very negative because if the price comes back and goes even halfway into the wick, it invariably tests the bottom. When it's coming close to what looks like it could be a turnaround area, you got to watch it closely because it has the exact opposite effect. So I had my subscribers cover their short positions on the 16th and 17th, and then what happened is on those days we also switched to long positions. So I just want to mention right now that this morning I upgraded the Dow from a buy signal to a buy mode. And one of the reasons is there's this candle right here, this little doji candle from yesterday. My assessment of this kind of doji candle is that if the price closes above it, then you have at least another bar that could go up for early in the bar and then probably turn around later on. But the measurement, because the Dow had closed above this maroon line, the 9-period exponential moving average, 3 out of 5. It was actually 5 out of 5 sessions. I had no choice but to say this is very strong action. The MACD is good, the stochastic's good, so we're going to upgrade it. So the stocks that we have Facebook, which comes out with earnings today. We bought Facebook at 94.23. Today it hit 81. What was that high? 81.16. And I told my subscribers...
No, you must mean 74 you bought it at, right?
I'm sorry. Yes, yeah. 74.23.
Yeah.
Sorry. And this morning it hit the 81 level. And what I had said is, before the close, so in the next 20 minutes or so, I'll be sending out some kind of a report to say what we should do because earnings come out today. Now, I don't like the fact that Facebook, I love the fact that it's much higher than when we bought it, but the fact that it has gone right to a resistance area in the weekly. It is in leg B in the daily. So, but there's another pattern. I won't go into it now, but on my show tomorrow, I spoke a little bit about it this morning during my show, but my show at 11 o'clock Eastern tomorrow, I'm going to go through some of the Facebook 120-minute chart, what it's implying. So I'm going to have to make a decision for subscribers what we should do just before the close. I've already hinted that everything says that it should go higher, but on a very short-term basis, there's just too many positives that are. Nothing can go wrong for Facebook, because if anything is not right, it could have a very quick 6 to 7 point pullback. So I'll have to make some decision. But we are fortunate also in that we bought the BIB. The BIB is the ProShares Ultra Nasdaq Biotech ETF, and it's 200% long the IBB, which is the one-to-one equivalent on the long side of the Nasdaq biotech sector. So we were very fortunate. We bought it at 98.51. This morning it hit 119.72. So it's almost a 20% gain there.
Nice.
Now, what's really interesting about this, I've got the monthly in leg E. I've got the weekly in leg E. Everything about this says I must call this leg A in the Chapman wave. That implies that you should go to a B, a C, and a D. But this is really a very strong leg A up. So I can't give it any other name, and we're going to see how it acts over the coming few days. There's a particular pattern here between the MACD, that's that technical tool right there, the green and red line. The MACD right over there, and the slow stochastic, which is 97%. That's very positive. So, so far, it's acting very, very well, and we're going to raise the stop. But this has been a vicious V-shaped turnaround in many of the indices. It's what's interesting is that the QQQ series and a lot of the biotechs are in the NASDAQ Power Share, they call the Power Shares QQQ Trust Series. That's in a leg A up. 100.56 was the previous high, and that was a peak E, and that was the deepest retracement we've had in the QQQ series for a long time, from 100 down to 90. Now, if this goes above, if the QQQ goes above 100.56, it's the same as the IBB. I have no choice but to consider that this is leg A. Why? Because it's way above the previous buy signal. So this is like a fresh start. So this is
That's a fresh start you're talking about in the daily.
On the daily,
right,
yeah.
Right.
So that doesn't mean to say that you aren't making some kind of a top, but it does say that if this is leg A, it would take at least 7 to 9 sessions, take us into about 2 weeks before you actually get a top. I'm watching this really closely, and I'm going to make a decision about Facebook in the next 20 minutes.
Well, it's going to be interesting because you Gilead after the close, too, which is going to affect the IBB.
Yeah, that's right. And all you need is a little bit of bad news here. There's just been a lot of good news that's been taken.
Stay right there, folks. We'll come right back. Thanks so much, Basil. Look forward to you tomorrow. Okay, have a great one, man. We're going to come right back, folks.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock in option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization optimization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Andy Heck's powerful weekly newsletter, the Technomental Commodity Report, has delivered multiple triple-digit winning trades in recent months. And right now's the perfect time to get a full month-long trial to Andy's newsletter with no obligation to pay anything. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Technomental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you'll lock in the low rate of only $59 a month. Sign up right now for the Technomental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you like it does me, visit everbank.com/TFNN to find out what they can do for you. Again, that's everbank.com/TFNN. Visit them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund is currently offering 4-year first mortgages on many of the fully renovated properties that it has purchased. The first mortgages are third-party appraised with a maximum loan-to-value ratio of 70%, providing a secured investment that pays a fixed return of 5% annually, which works out to a monthly income of more than $416 per $100,000 investment with your principal intact and secured. These 4-year first mortgages are perfect for anyone looking for a secured investment that provides monthly income much like a CD. For more information, email tigerfund@tfnn.com or click on the Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund banner along the right side of the tfnn.com homepage, or call our office directly at 877-518-9190. There's a limited supply, so act now.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now up 172. You get the NASDAQ up 72. S&Ps are up 20. Inside the NDX 100, let's take a look at that. What's putting juice into it is that you have Tesla up $21. That's trading at 242. Vipul Communications is up 37 cents. That's the dead cat bounce. Amgen isn't. Amgen's up 845 at 156.65. F5 Networks is up 471 at 120. Taking away from it, now bringing it down, is REGN. That's down $9. You get Staples down 12 cents. Biogen is off 262, and you get Siri down 2. Inside the Dow Industrials, we take a look at the Dow Industrials. What is putting juice into the Dow today is Caterpillar. That's up 250, trading at 101. United Technologies up 230, trading at 106. Chevron is up 210 at 117, and you get J.P. Morgan up $1 at $59. And that is putting juice into the Dow Industrials. Taking it out is that you get Merck down 86 cents, Coca-Cola's off 23 cents, Walmart's down 20, and Pfizer is off 4. Some of the high-volume stocks in this low-volume market of ours goes like this. You have Twitter is down 490. We'll go back to that in a second. Cliff Natural Resources is up 210. That stock, it's going to be really intriguing to see what ends up happening with that stock. That stock, folks, went from $100 down to $7. It's at $11.34 right now. It may be a blowout low. The volume is absolutely incredible at the low. General Motors is up $1 right now. You got Freeport McMoran down $1.29. That's trading at $29. That is going after one of the high volume lows of 2008. Some of the Dow stocks out here, you got Marbell's up 19 cents. You get ExxonMobil up 137. 3M is up 141. You got JP Morgan is up $1. We have Procter & Gamble up 51 cents. GM is up $1. Some of the home builders, if we go over to Lennar, we take a look at Lennar. Lennar is up over that high. It's going to get interesting to see. Lennar is going after a very large B point, folks, of an ABC structure in the way up. It looks that, we'll find out what's going to have the juice. The B point on this is 44.40. We've hit 44.25 today. Month-wise, we've done 75 million. It would needs more than that. It needs a lot more than that, actually. What we have, let's see. We have 3 days left for volume. Now, this is where this gets real bullish. If you can close right under the low of that high, then you get action. Why? Because what ends up happening is that as it opens back up, and the new month, of course, what ends up happening there is that you open up at ice, and then you can expand with some real power coming into the highs. And that's how this baby is shaken out. Now, as you come over to TFNN, folks, our man, Mr. Steve Rhodes, he's going to be doing a webinar. And the webinar is going to be all about learning to buy and sell the D point. He's going to be taking a look at the A to B equals C to D. You can come over to our website at TFNN, right on the front page. You're going to see it right in the carousel. That workshop, folks, is going to be, it's an e-signal learning workshop. That workshop is at 4:30 on the 29th, Wednesday, tomorrow. It's free. You can come on over right to our website. You'll see it right in the carousel. You can sign up right here, right now. Steve, of course, always does an outstanding workshop. You can check it out right on the front page of TFNN. After the close out here, as we were just talking with Basil, it's going to get intriguing to see, okay, where does Facebook, basically land out here, and what you have with Facebook. Facebook is trading out at 80.08. 76.76. It has some, has some pretty good support there. It also has a. Let me put this on a monthly for a second. See what we look at in a monthly. So on a monthly, what's screaming out here is $63.91. So this is going to be wild watching this whole thing shake out. Gilead, G-I-L-D, same setup here. The Gilead deal is going to be really interesting. This is why. Gilead not only has high volume spikes daily, weekly, monthly, all over the place. That's at $1.12. You have a high volume spike low at 91. That's on the daily. We take this and put this on a monthly, and man, on a monthly, you're hanging out there at $78. And biotechs, no doubt, have that type of volatility. If we go over to, and we take a look at some volatility, you go over to Biogen. Biogen, with the biotechs up, Biogen, one of the largest biotechs out there, has just gone from 348 to 317. That's on the downside. Now watch the upside. The upside is Amgen. Amgen has just gone from 118 to 156. That took out a B point, took it out with volume. And what this is all about, let's bring this back and put this on a monthly first. Yeah, this is an ABC structure on the way up. And what this is all about is, bottom line, you have activists going after Amgen, and they're looking to, Amgen plans a campaign of stock buybacks and dividends that will return 60% of the biotech's drug company's adjusted earnings to shareholders through 2018. Amgen will raise its dividend 30% in the first quarter of 2015. the chief executive officer said in a meeting with analysts today. It plans to buy back as much as $2 billion through the end of 2015 and is authorized to buy back $4 billion. Bottom line is that Amgen is under pressure from activists. That's what you have happening there. Big Blue, IBM. IBM's going to blow their brains out again, folks, buying stock. So Big Blue has been buying stock, but, well, first off, Big Blue stopped buying stock about 5 months ago. They had been buying it for the last 3 or 4 years. At the highs, by the way, right? Big Blue is trading 163. It already took out its swing point of 172.57 with volume. Big Blue wants to trade down to 133 and to try to hold the stock up out here today. What you had is Big Blue turned around. Here, check this out. This is international business added $5 billion to its buyback plan, giving investors an incentive to remain patient as the company tries to reinvent itself. The board authorized the funding today along with its regular quarterly dividend, IBM said in a statement. The company now has $6.4 billion available in its stock repurchase program. IBM is buying back more of its shares after the stock hit a 3-year low. Bottom line is that what you have there, folks, okay, is that you have IBM using shareholders' money to buy back stock so that the retirees of IBM, the executives of IBM, can cash out. That's what's going on. In IBM's case, okay, you know, and I've gone through many of these executives that are out there. What you have in IBM's case, they have huge amounts of stock. They're trying to hold it up so they can get out. And it's not going to work. That's the bottom line. After the close out here today, we have a slew of earnings. Going to be a lot of earnings. Going to be a lot of volatility in the market out here today. If we go over to Tesla, we take a look at Tesla. What Tesla had out here, Tesla's up $20 today. And yeah, that's still a consolidation. And I wonder if, in fact, that's the case. So Tesla rises after Musk tweets about worldwide. Elon Musk, the chief executive officer of Tesla, tweeted that sales of the electric Model S rose 65% in North America last month and reached a record high. Bottom line is that, yeah, there's no doubt. It's a beautiful car. I suspect what you're going to see out there, too, is that I saw in the paper, the Journal this morning, they're going to push their leasing program out. And that's going to help Tesla. But bottom line is that Tesla wants to trade the lower price. Buffalo Wild Wings. Buffalo Wild Wings came out with numbers last night. BWLD, that's trading up $18.65. This is an amazing run, no doubt, because last night, that stock, the high of last night after the close, was 144. It went down to 141, and then this morning it opens at 145, and it runs right into the gap. This is gap down with 4.2 million shares, and what you have right now, it's trading out here with gap down with 4.2. This is funny, and it's up with 2.4. You're into the gap, though. Once you're into the gap, maybe we'll close that gap. Let's go to North Carolina. Hey, what's going on? I don't have anyone. Sorry. I don't know if he wants to look at physical gold or what he wants to look at. Gold, physical gold wants higher price, folks. We go take a look at the. Oh yeah. So let's take a look at this. This is Cliffs Natural. Cliffs Natural. This is a trip in itself. Okay. So what Cliffs Natural has done is this. The high's 121. Traded down to $7 this month. Monster volume, 349 million, breaks all the lows. You know, but I wouldn't be touching this thing, but you know, because when you have a higher, with lower low with this type of volume, what you can do, you wait for a sign of strength, which you can have on a daily right now. Wait for the pullback. If it pulls back and tests that area with lighter volume, then you can basically have a higher probability that it wants to go higher. Stay right there, folks. We're coming right back.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman wave sequence. Using the Chapman wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
We're told to follow our passion and everything else will fall into place. I hope that's what each of you are doing each and every day. Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Money Master Show at TFNN.com, and my passion for technical analysis is what led me to the most fundamental discovery in pattern recognition, the Rhodes Momentum Indicator, market scanner, and trading strategy, a set of tools that identify the momentum and power of the trend, the likes of which have never been seen before, for every market and every time frame. Yes, folks, the trend is your friend, unless you're on the other side. New to technical analysis? This is the place to start. And experienced traders, take advantage of the trend like never before. Experience the power of the Rhodes Momentum Indicator each day, available to subscribers of my newsletter service, Mastering Probability. I guarantee your satisfaction for the next 30 days unconditionally, so there's no risk to you other than being on the wrong side of the trend. Mastering Probability, available on the homepage of TFNN.com. And folks, live with passion.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
No matter where you listen to TFNN programming, we want you to know you can always access your favorite shows on demand through TFNN.com. TFNN airs live programming every market day from 8 a.m. till 6 p.m. Eastern, and you can view each program by accessing Tiger TV through our homepage. We even have an easy link for all mobile devices, including iPhones and iPads, located at the top right-hand corner of the TFNN homepage. You can use your smartphone to view Tiger TV, but if you don't have a mobile connection that can keep up with streaming live video, then you can simply visit TFNN.mobi in the browser of your smartphone for live streaming audio of all of our programs. The mission of TFNN is to educate our audience directly and interactively through our interactive website and radio call and talk shows. TFNN is able to teach all levels of investors the technical skills needed to trade in today's marketplace. In order to get the best information possible, TFNN has assembled the most respected financial minds in the country to provide the most current news and comprehensive advice available. TFNN.com. Educating investors. This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. You get the Dow Industrials up 162, Nasdaq's up 70, S&Ps are up 18. After the close out here, folks, going to have a lot of numbers. You get Aflac coming out. We got, let's see, Applied Micro, Computer Sciences, Facebook, of course, is a big one. Western Digital, Wynn Resorts. Let's go over and take a look at the gambling business, WYNN. You know, and it's pretty wild when you're talking the gambling business out here because what you have. Okay, first let's look at Wynn. So, Wynn, last 6 months you get a high of 220, a low out here of 168, and if we put this on a larger basis. Yeah, we get a high volume low at 168. That thing wants to come down to 168. The bounce higher consolidation-wise, you got 188. So the upside here, so check this out. The upside is probably 188. You're at 184. The downside, you're dealing with 168, though. This thing wants to go much lower. LVS, we go take a look at LVS. What you have with LVS is Las Vegas Sands. Las Vegas Sands is at 139. 139 right now, 138. You're at 60.61. This has high volume. It's coming into its low swing point with high volume also. So this baby here, well, you're at 60 and you get 50, 52 looks like it's going to be game. So that's going to be interesting after the close out here to see how Wynn does, because of course how Wynn's doing will affect the other gambling units. The reason being, of course, that Wynn is big in Las Vegas, but they're also huge in China, and so isn't Las Vegas Sands. U.S. Steel, we go take a look at X, look at that commodity market a bit. U.S. Steel is trading at $37.98. That's up $1.78 out here today. And the U.S. Steel, I love doing this before the fact always, too. It's pretty cool. So let me put this back. We'll put this on a monthly basis. Talk about a choppy chart. Man, oh man, this is wild. So U.S. Steel, 2010 is trading at $70. Goes down to $15. Does a counter trend bounce back to 46. You know, U.S. Steel doesn't look like it's going to move that much. At 38, looks like 33 can be game out there on U.S. Steel. Panera, P-N-R-A. Let's see what Panera is looking like. Panera is up $1.15 today. And this, of course, is a large retailer of food, restaurants. Panera right now, that wasn't bad volume last week. So Panera was pushing. Let me pull this on a monthly for a second. Okay, so Panera's at 170. Yeah, Panera's in a consolidation. So Panera, this is going to be interesting. So see whether Panera can push into higher price today. Panera looks like it wants to push into higher price. We're at 170, and Panera can actually, that can push that next swing point. That next swing point is 178. Aflac, you talk about, now there's a company that does huge amounts of ads. And you know what I never realized, folks, okay? I was doing a workshop about 10 years ago. One of those money shows, and Aflac was right next to me. Their largest business, you know, is in Japan. And what their largest business is, it has to do with that extra insurance if you're disabled. And you know, I've seen the ads thousands of times, but until they were right next to me, I never realized what they did. I knew they were an insurance company, but not specifically that is what their specialty is, and their largest business is in Japan. Aflac right now looks like it wants to go down. We're at 59.47, and what game is there is the 54 number. AMCC, this is Applied Micro rather. Applied Micro is trading at 684, and this baby here on a monthly basis, she's going lower. Not a huge amount lower, but Well, nah, 50 cents lower. It's not the end of the world. Facebook's going to be the big one, no doubt. Oh, well, actually, let's take a look at this one. This is a Solar Winds, okay? This is at 42. It's so weird about this name, though, that this is not a solar company. This is a enterprise-class network management company. The low is 31. The high is 46. So this baby is trading right near its highs. Monster volume out here today. Well, this is pretty wild. It can't get over its high, yet it has 2 million shares trading. Man, the bulls and bears are fighting on this thing like crazy today. So, 37 bucks. This one here wants to go to 37. It's going to be interesting after this closeout here to see where all these babies do shake out. And the one, of course, that's going to have the most publicity will be Facebook. If we go over to Twitter, TRTW, Twitter out here today is getting hit, and that little baby is getting hit with some volume. We've done 81 million shares. What Twitter has, you talk about a monster gap that's opened, and that whole thing's not filled yet, folks. Twitter has traded to 41.76 today. The bottom of that gap is 38.92. Twitter has done 81 million shares. So she broke swing points, broke them with volume, and you can make the case that Twitter's going to get down to 29.51. It's a big number on the way down there. That's on your daily. We put this on a weekly basis. Same heads up on the weekly basis. On the weekly basis, actually, yeah, you're inside the 48. Twitter had spiked in August, folks, from 37 to 40, to 48 rather, 37 to 48. You get back inside that area with volume that's saying you want to go to the bottom of that area. 39 will give it some support first, but that is saying still wants lower price. One of the biggest, I think, mistakes that we'll see that buybacks do come out is going to be this IBM deal, folks. It's going to be all about basically using shareholder money, buying back stock, trying to manipulate their numbers like they have done for 5 years. But the stock's broken. It broke with volume. It broke all support. And, in order to get back inside that higher range, it's only $10, but that's going to be a hard $10 to get when, in fact, on a monthly basis, we're already broken down with 131 million shares versus 131 million at the swing point. And, of course, we get 3 days left. And in IBM's case, 3 days left in trading will probably be about 20. It can be from 15 to about 25 million. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We're going to be coming right back. Lots of earnings coming out. Dow Industrials right now up 181. NASDAQ up 74. S&Ps are up 20. We're going to be right back. Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 10 hours a day. We go 7 days. We go 5 days a week. We go 24 hours a day. Let's take a look at one of our quotes. This is from Duke Ellington. A believer is an optimist who thinks of tomorrow. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here, folks. The Dow Industrials closed up 187. NASDAQ up 78. S&P's up 21. Gold contract flat at $1,228 an ounce. Silver up 3 cents at $17.19 an ounce. Light sweet crude up 26 cents at $81.26 a barrel. Bonds, you have the 10-year down 8 ticks at 126.28. 30-year off 18 ticks at 141.13. King dollar down 101 ticks at 85.46. You got the euro up 39 at 127, and the yen is trading at 108.14. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world? In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. You take a look at the cash S&P. What we have is this. You are up $19.90. We are at 1.1981. And what you have here, folks, what you're going to see when you put this on a longer trend chart, what you have a break, a vicious break, by the way, with volume, with wide price spread, with all of the above. And what you're doing now is that you're coming up underneath that channel, testing that channel with dramatically lighter volume. The channel, folks, is set up at about 1992 to 1994. I expect that channel is going to get hit. Volume-wise, what we did out here today, on the NYSE, you did 797. On the NASDAQ, we did 1.9 billion. We go take a look at the Dow Industrials. Dow Industrials get into a price point of up 187. You're at 1705, and your swing up there is 17099. So it's going to make a run for that level. The NASDAQ Composite up $78. Big numbers on the composite, no doubt. The composite can get up to that high. The high is 4610. If we do put this on a weekly, however, what you're going to see, same type of setup, little bit different because the composite has a different trend on it. And with that trend on the composite, that trend started on the composite at 4095. That channel line on the composite runs at about 4585. So that's another 20 points higher in the composite. We go over to the SPY, the SPY. We take a look at the SPY. SPY did 99 million shares out here today. Getting into the swing, it's getting into 177. Bottom line is that it doesn't have it on the daily, doesn't have it on the weekly, and does not have it on the monthly. In fact, if we put this on a monthly, we only have 3 days left in the month. What you're going to see is you have a high volume swing low. The three Qs, higher, no doubt. Volume, no doubt. Light, 31 million shares out here today. In the Qs themselves, folks, and the SPYs, they had made a high volume high, the first high that was made on the 19th of September only had 46 million. You're coming into the 46 million with 31 million. That's on the daily. We take a look at this, and you put this on the weekly, and what you're going to see on the weekly is that we had volume of 152 million. Thus far, we've done 60. So that's not bad. 60, 120. That can do about the same volume as the Qs. IWM. The IWM had some action out here today. That did 75 million shares. That's no doubt some juice. That was coming into 61 million shares. The IWM is the first one, by the way, that had topped out. The IWM topped out in March. The IWM right now has been in this consolidation for quite a while. We'll see where the IWM can get into this price point of 115. After the close out here, let's check it out. We get a lot of numbers. Facebook first. Facebook closed at 80.77. An amazing thing, it's at 80.71. No volatility in Facebook, which is really amazing, actually. The numbers go like this. Estimate was 40 cents. They made 43 cents. So we'll see if, in fact, it gets more volatile. But when it even first came out, Facebook was only down about $1. Now you get it up about 20 cents. We take a look at Gilead Sciences. Gilead closed today at 113. That's trading 108.82. Numbers on Gilead go like this. The estimate was 193. They took in 184. WYNN, WIN. There she is, 1 second. WIN closed at 185.25. That is trading out at 191. And if we take a look at this 191 area, it's going to have to get a lot higher than 191 because what you have is that's when this gap down, WIN has gone from a price point of 220 all the way down to a price point of 168. And what you do have here is that into the 191.21, that is where it wants to trade right now. We go over and take a look at LVS, Las Vegas Sands. Las Vegas Sands closed at 60.69, and that's trading at 61.12. These stocks will trade together. The reason being is that you have the Las Vegas deal going, and simultaneously you have the China deal going. So Las Vegas Sands, that little baby right now, that's a stock that has gone from $88 down to 57. You're bouncing up right now. I don't see that thing getting above 65. What is intriguing with and if you want to just see how soft money works, folks, and bribes work, bottom line is that you don't have to look any further than Las Vegas Sands. And the amazing part, and what I'm talking about specifically is this. In Florida, there's a medical marijuana bill it's an amendment that's going to get voted on. So the battle is on, of course, Yeah, and all the folks in Boston know good old Shelley Addison, okay? Because the bottom line is that he started out as a junket operator. And a junket operator specifically, folks, years ago when there were bookies on every corner, okay, the bottom line is that you always ran junkets. And the way junkets basically worked, okay, is you do cheap flights to Las Vegas. Bottom line, that's where he's a smart guy. No two ways about that. Started with GWV Travel, went from GWV Travel, ended up opening Comdex, got Comdex going, made huge amounts of money in the gambling business, of course. Then went to Macau, China, did that. Okay, now this is what the story's about, though. And the thing that's amazing, for folks in Boston, you know this guy's from Newton. I mean, the bottom line, this goes back to bookies, this goes back to gambling, Vegas, this goes back to the whole ball of wax. Well, he's in Florida right now, and he's in Florida backing, voting no on the marijuana amendment, claiming that, you know, marijuana is going to basically, you know, hurt everyone. The bottom line, folks, what this is all about, this is all about paying off the government so that he can get a license in Miami to open a huge joint. That's the bottom line. So we'll see how this baby plays out. But history, the thing that, you know what's the thing that's amazing? When you go back in history, and in this particular case, I know the history because I used to sell tickets for GWV, okay? Because it was a decent operation. But the bottom line is that is what that's all about. That is not about marijuana being bad or good for you. What that's about, that's a payoff to hopefully have the governor that we have now win so that he can basically get a casino in Miami. And we'll see how that whole thing shakes out. But you talk about hypocrisy. Yeah, can you imagine about the amount of people that have lost everything, okay? And he's claiming that there's something wrong with pot. But that's the hypocrisy that basically is in most of these elections on a continual basis anyway. Gold contract. What do we have with gold? This is what we have with gold. Gold contract gets to a price point today of $12.22. What that was doing is testing the swing low of October 15th as well as the swing low of October 23rd. In both cases, it rejected it. The thing that's intriguing inside that market, inside the metal market today is this. You still have many stocks that do want lower lows, but you have just as many that want higher highs. You know, we'll see where this baby shakes out, but I like how particularly the equities that absolutely depend on higher price, meaning are trading out here today, and I expect that they're going to be going higher. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We got our man, Mr. Steve Rhodes, coming up next. Steve's going to be doing a workshop tomorrow that you can sign up for right here, right now. It's an e-signal workshop. Just go to the front page of our website at TFNN. You're going to see it right in the carousel. You're going to see Steve Rhodes, e-signal. We're coming right back, folks. Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, the Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartleys, ABCs, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
With the launch of Tiger TV, TFNN has brought our programming to the next level. With Tiger TV, you can gain access to each host's charts and computer screens as they host their daily stock program. Whether it's Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, David White, Larry Pezzamento, Andy Hecht, Think or Swim, or Terrell Martin, you can catch all of our technicians hosting their programs live and archived on Tiger TV for your viewing pleasure 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you haven't checked out Tiger TV, then visit TFNN.com and see what you're missing.
Daryl Martin coined the phrase diagnostic trading, and we're happy to announce that his diagnostic box spread analyzer has finally been released. The Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer helps you easily identify the best box spreads on Nadex in seconds, plus you receive access to the diagnostic deviation levels, as well as step-by-step training videos teaching you how to trade Nadex spreads so you can quickly master the mechanics of this simple yet powerful trading instrument. By pulling live data from the Nadex exchange, the Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer does all the math for you, calculating risk, reward potential, distance to break even for both outright spreads and spreads used to hedge the underlying market. Visit the front page of TFNN.com today to get your 2-week free trial to Daryl Martin's Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer and gain access to the valuable information it can provide when trading the Nadex box spreads.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. We had the Dow Industrials finish up 187, Nasdaq up 78, S&P's up 23. Now let's go over to our man, Mr. Steve Rhodes. And don't forget, folks, at TFNN, we do 10 hours of live programming every trading day. We start at 8 o'clock in the morning, go to 6 o'clock in the evening. You can get all of that right on your cell phone, TFNN.mobi. If you'd like to get Tiger TV, you can also get that in your cell. Just go to TFNN.com. You're going to see the TV on the right-hand corner. Hit that. You get the audio, plus you get the video. Our man, Mr. Steve Rhodes, tomorrow at 4:15 Eastern Standard Time is going to be doing a workshop. That workshop's going to is called the Light and Bolt Patent, how to learn to buy and sell the D point. The way you sign up is you come over to TFNN. You'll see it right under breaking news. Our man, Mr. Steve Rhodes. Steve, what's going on?
Doing great. How about yourself?
Good, thank you. Good, man. Good.
Yeah,
So,
it's going to be a blast doing a workshop for the folks at eSignal, and they've been good enough to go ahead and give us a link so that all the TFNN listeners, you don't have to be an eSignal subscriber to get into it. If they do go to breaking news and just sign up for that free webinar with Steve Rhodes, they'll be able to get in. It's a 1-hour workshop. They'll from 4:30 to 5:30 p.m. tomorrow. So tomorrow they get to do a free workshop with me, which is a wonderful thing. And then the next day, they get to have free dinner with you.
that's a beautiful thing. So tell me about the workshop, man.
Well, it's about showing people about the A to B equals CD tool. Which I affectionately refer to as the lightning bolt tool. And so one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to show folks why, in my opinion, that the market's made a significant bottom. as we made this low back here on October 15th. And if we take a look at the A to B equals CD, just as an example, and what I did was I built a special tool for eSignal, so it works on the eSignal application. And if we take a look at that September 19th high and we come down to the low that was formed on October 2nd and come all the way back up to October 6th, what we're going to see is that the S&P made a 1 to 1.618, almost exactly 1 to 1.618 A to B equals CD to the downside. Now, as you know, for me, I take a look at patterns, and I need patterns to be confirmed with Japanese candlesticks. And on the daily basis, the S&P confirmed it with a hammer candle. On a weekly basis, the S&P confirmed that with a hammer candle as well. So I'm going to teach people about that pattern. There are specific nuances, especially that C to D leg out there. So I'm going to give folks a great overview about the pattern, how they can utilize it in their trading. Folks that attend can have access, can get a 30-day free subscription to my newsletter service. So I'm going to show folks how to be able to utilize this pattern. And it works on any time frame, as you know. Both of us, we use it all the time out here. So I'll show folks how to use that A to B equals CD tool.
Nice. And it's going to be at 4:30 in the afternoon, folks. So 4:30 to 5:30. The way you do it, you come over to our website at TFNN. As you're over the website at TFNN, you're going to see free webinar with Steve Rhodes. You just click that. You can sign up right here, right now. Get into that workshop, get a great education. And, of course, don't forget, every trading day, Steve's on from 9 to 10 o'clock in the morning, 9 to 11 o'clock in the morning. You can check it out. He takes your calls and walks you through the market every day.
Absolutely. And so it's a great thing that you've done by being able to connect TFNN with the folks at eSignal, having our shows for 10 hours a day, or really 24 hours a day, right, broadcast through their application. So this is our way really just being able to expand that relationship with them. So it's kudos to you for doing that.
No, listen, it's a great team, and I appreciate all the work you've done. And I can see those horns you have.
Oh, well, it's not so much me as it is.
I know. You got horns out. Come on, give me a break.
Oh no, they're bighorns.
Right,
no question.
Right,
What's interesting about today, it's kind of cool about the month of October.
Yeah.
Is that this is the month obviously where folks mostly remember October 1987. The crash that's out there. And what's really interesting about today, some folks may remember, if you go back to October 16th, 1987, if you ever listened to Wall Street, what was it called? Wall Street Week with Rukeyser, Louis Rukeyser.
Yeah, and his elves. That's when he had the elves.
That Sunday when he was doing the program, he had Martin Zweig on his show.
Yeah.
And Martin, basically said, hey, I'm not interested. I'm not so concerned about the bear market. I'm concerned that we're going to have a market crash. And then on Thursday, that's when we had that market crash out there. Now, what's really interesting is that he came up with this indicator. So it's called the Zweig thrust model out here. And what we actually got today in the New York Stock Exchange, now it missed it just by one single day, but we actually got a reading today that suggests that and confirms a significant bottom that was placed in the market back here on October 16th. Now, the last time, Tom, that we actually got one, now we've only seen 3 of these readings. If you go exact to his criteria, 3 in 30 years. And the last one came in October 2013. We got something really close back in February. It was off just by a smidgen, and this one here is just off by 1 day. So yeah, I absolutely. So what's so ironic about it is one of the guys that was able to call the crash in advance.
Sure.
His indicator, actually, if you use it, and it's so rare that it actually happens, his indicator today just went ahead and confirmed a huge move up inside the market. So I think Santa Claus has arrived early.
Yeah. Well, it's pretty cool. I've had him on a few times. And, folks, Marty, right now, he trades by himself in Fort Lauderdale.
Well, no. Well, no, he passed away.
Did he pass away?
Yeah, he passed away.
That's a bummer.
He did. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it really is.
When did that happen?
I don't recall when that happened. I didn't know that you had him on. Kind of a quiet-ish type guy.
Yeah, no, I know, and it's years ago. Maybe it's definitely years ago I had him on, but
Yeah.
He was cool. I mean, because the deal was always about ringing the bell, too, man, on a continual basis. Yeah.
Yeah. So I found
Wow.
I found it just ironic that, especially during this time of year, during October, that it's actually one of his indicators out there that it really was it's an indicator that's supposed to take place within a 10-day period of time. Today is day number 11. So I'm hoping that he's in his grave. He's saying, hey, Steve-O, you're on with Tom. Would you just tell him that it's okay for it to occur on the 11th day, not the 10th day out there?
Wow.
So we'll see how that works out.
No doubt, man. No doubt. Oh, yeah, so Basil's telling me he died last February.
Okay.
6 months ago. Yeah. Well,
yeah, what's cool is you can actually, folks can go listen to his call on, now he called for a crash. He missed it. He didn't think that it was actually going to happen the following week.
Okay.
He thought it was going to happen within a couple of weeks, as I recall.
Yeah.
But let's not, he was on there with another person and you know what's so interesting, Tom?
Yeah.
Is back then, in 1987, when they were talking about the market moving down and crashing and so forth, they were complaining about computerization of the marketplace. That was one of the causes.
Oh, I know. No.
You know?
Oh, the headlines were everywhere. It was
27 years ago.
Program trading. Yeah. No,
Yeah. You know, that amongst a number of other things out there. So
yeah. There's always some kind of excuse, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
You got to love it. Listen, folks, come over to our website at TFNN. You go into breaking news. You're going to see our man, Mr. Steve Rhodes, right there. You can sign up right here, right now. Great workshop, 4:30 tomorrow afternoon. Hey, Steve, have a great night, safe night, and we look forward to that bull tomorrow morning.
Thanks, Tom.
Okay, man. Have a great one. Dow Industrials closed up 187. NASDAQ up 78. S&P's up 23. Stay right there, folks. We'll come right back.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
We're told to follow our passion and everything else will fall into place. I hope that's what each of you are doing each and every day. Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Money Master Show at TFNN.com, and my passion for technical analysis is what led me to the most fundamental discovery in pattern recognition, the Rhodes Momentum Indicator, market scanner, and trading strategy, a set of tools that identify the momentum and power of the trend, the likes of which have never been seen before, for every market and every time frame. Yes, folks, the trend is your friend, unless
unless you're on the other side. New to technical analysis? This is the place to start. And experienced traders, take advantage of the trend like never before. Experience the power of the Rhodes Momentum Indicator each day, available to subscribers of my newsletter service, Mastering Probability. I guarantee your satisfaction for the next 30 days unconditionally, so there's no risk to you other than being on the wrong side of the trend. Mastering Probability, available on the homepage of TFNN.com. And folks, live with passion.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investments. And whether you're bullish or bearish on U.S. Treasuries, the ETFs from Direction Shares are there to help you magnify your perspective. Bull ETFs for a rising market and bear ETFs for a falling market. Direction Shares gives you the tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC. Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund is currently offering 4-year first mortgages on many of the fully renovated properties that it has purchased. The first mortgages are third-party appraised with a maximum loan-to-value ratio of 70%, providing a secured investment that pays a fixed return of 5% annually, which works out to a monthly income of more than $416 per $100,000 investment with your principal intact and secured. These 4-year first mortgages are perfect for anyone looking for a secured investment that provides monthly income much like a CD. For more information, email tigerfund@tfnn.com or click on the Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund banner along the right side of the tfnn.com homepage or call our office directly at 877-518-9190. There's a limited supply, so act now.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. And then where are the Panera Bread? PNRA. Panera closed at a price point of $171. It's trading at $165.40, down $5. Numbers go like this on Panera. Okay, so company-owned, third quarter company-owned sales, same-store sales are up 2.4%. Their earnings per share was $1.46. They look for the year-end target to come from 660 to 670. They had a favorable tax adjustment of 8 cents. The third quarter revenue, $619.9 million. The estimate was $619.7 million. Their earnings per share estimate was $1.42. They came in with $1.46. Bottom line is that it was $10 lower. Right now it's $5 lower. We're at $1.65. When you take a look at this baby, what you're going to have here, you do have one spike up here at $1.54. Let me see. Oh, it's going to be interesting. The gap. You get a gap here. You get a few gaps here. Actually, let me put this on a weekly for a second. Well, on a weekly basis, it's going to be hard for it to basically dig into you're at 165 right now. What Panera did do is this, is that the week of October 3rd, it went from 155 to 169. You did 4.2 million. That 4.2 million is going into the 6.5, which is the downdraft, okay? But what you also have there, that is basically taking off some of that supply line. So, I expect, you're going to get a lower price out here, but it's going to be hard to break a lot lower, let's put it that way, on that basis. One of the tigers in the den are putting up basically a line right now about Marbell. Ma Bell was up today, up 22 cents, but Ma Bell is getting sued by the government, and what it's all about is they're accused by the FTC, and the FTC says in a Twitter post that AT&T and San Francisco court, they're suing AT&T for deceptive and unfair throttling of data speeds. And you know what? The bottom line is that they do this all over the place to all of us, folks. Okay, it's amazing how many how much we're paying for data speed supposedly, and in fact what we are getting. You know, we'll see whether that gets cleaned up at all. What I do like is that Google is basically wiring many cities out here, and that wiring of Google. It's absolutely incredible the speeds that they're coming in with. And in Europe, the thing that's amazing, I don't mind visiting Europe. I wouldn't want to be living in Europe or working in Europe. But the bottom line, Europe does have high speed, much higher speeds than we have, which is like insanity. It's like, why? And what that why is all about is the cable companies, the telephone companies in general. What we are going to be seeing, though, and we're seeing this is happening fast and furious, is that the cable model is changing. It's changing very quickly, folks. You know, I was listening to an analyst yesterday morning, and it was really cool. This was one of the most common sense analysts I'd heard in a long time about why a Netflix is winning out and a broadcast channel is not winning out, and why they're winning out. What the question was is that are they winning out, you know, because of the content that they're creating? And he said he didn't, you know, the content had something to do with it. But the bigger portion that had to do with it was that you're getting what you want, when you want it, on your terms. And that's a fact. That's what makes it so dynamic. You know, it's the time shift, and we haven't heard, you know, that word used to be used, you know, quite a long time ago, 10, 12 years ago, because we were time shifting then. That shift has already taken place. People want information when they want it, not that you're going to sit down in front of a TV at 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock, whatever time that is. And that, because the way Netflix is running that is how all our, I suspect, entertainment is going to go, excluding sports. And that's why what you do have with ESPN is that the venue inside of sports is absolutely huge, because sports takes place at a certain time. People want to watch it, and that's not going to change. But the viewing habits in general are going to change dramatically. And what you're going to see is that the Comcast of the world, they're going to change really quickly. And the reason being is that the drop-off, the cliff drop-off, it's hard to tell whether we're a year away from it, 2 or 3 years away from it, but it's not. My take is that we're not longer than 2 to 3 years away from it. And that cliff drop-off I'm talking about is dramatic because it's the younger demographic, meaning that the 25 demographic that they advertising looking for, that they pay up for. That demographic, folks, okay, does not watch TV. You know, the demographic is maybe the 25-year-olds do. 21, 22, younger than 21, forget it. They're not watching TV. What they are, they're on the tablets, they're on the internet on a continual basis. They're spending just as much time, more time, on their devices, but it's those devices, it is not TV. And that is what is changing the habits, and what's going to, you're going to see a huge dynamic shift inside the cable industry, and we're going to save a fortune because of it. The thing that's amazing, there's no doubt, when you think back, the book market, first off, you know, got toasted and roasted, okay? Then what was next? Bottom line, it was the music market. That got toasted and roasted. Next, it's going to be the TV market. It's just, you can see it in the cards. I mean, it's just sitting there. It's going to be pretty intense. After the close out here, we had a lot of numbers. Facebook looks like it's trading right where it closed. Facebook closed at 80.77. That's trading at 80.50. So Facebook reported third quarter revenue that topped analyst projections as the social network expanded efforts to advertise on mobile phones. Facebook sales for the period were $3.2 billion, up 59% from a year earlier, exceeding the $3.1 billion. Mobile promotions accounted for 66% of ad sales, up from 62% in the prior in the period, and 59% in the first quarter. Big numbers, man. It's pretty amazing. Huge numbers. Gilead, G-I-L-D, they came out with numbers. Let's see what they're saying. Gilead Science reported third quarter earnings that missed analyst estimates on lower than expected revenue for its top drug, the hepatitis C pill that may become the best-selling medicines in history. Net income for the third quarter more than tripled to $2.7 billion, or $1.67 a share. Gilead closed at $113.45. Right now, that's trading at $111, so that really is not getting hit either. That's nothing for a stock that just went up dramatically. TQNT. Let's see what we got here. This is a blast from the past. I mean, this used to be a high flyer at one point. TriQuint Semiconductor. This closed at $18.43. This is trading right now at $18.43. Let's see. The revenue. This is okay. So revenue is $272 million. That revenue is up 8%. The gross margins is 45%. Their estimate for the year is 35, and they think they're going to make from 40 to 45. We take a look at this, and this is 1843. Yeah, this is, I remember the stock well. The stock used to be a $67 stock. Crashes to $1.91. It's making its way back, though. You know, building a INVN. It's building a base, no doubt. INVN. Okay, so this is electrical magnetical gyroscopes for consumer electronics. The company offers devices for applications of game controllers, mobile handsets, digital still cameras. That closed at $21.48. That's trading at $18. That's getting whacked. So let's see what's happening with this thing. Oh, they got killed. So the estimate was 16 cents, and they made 5 cents. That's a number. So you're down $5 with a $17 stock. That's going to be an ABC structure on the way down. Yeah, let's get some problems. Let's get a high volume low. It's going to go after... Yeah, it's going after $15.20. That's a high volume low that goes all the way back to November of 2013. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. Don't forget, folks, I'm Mr. Steve Rhodes. Great workshop tomorrow. You can come over to our website at TFNN. You go right under the breaking news. You'll see it. Sign up right here, right now. It's absolutely free. We're going to be right back, folks.
Andy Heck's powerful weekly newsletter, the Technomental Commodity Report, has delivered multiple triple-digit winning trades in recent months. And right now's the perfect time to get a full month-long trial to Andy's newsletter with no obligation to pay anything. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Technomental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you'll lock in the low rate of only $59 a month. Sign up right now for the Technomental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock in option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Who says you can't take it with you? TFNN says you can. With your mobile device and TFNN's live radio streams, TFNN has put it all in the palm of your hands. No special apps to download. No subscription fees for live radio or Tiger TV streams. We say you can.
Now let's go over to the dollar, because the dollar is going to be the generator. It is the generator of basically higher dollar, lower market. And what the dollar has done, and this whole uptrend, folks, has just gone sideways. The way it works, folks, is this.
We say you can. The Tiger Financial News Network. Smart investors and professional traders know you can. TFNN.com. Educating investors. Join Andy Hecht as he shows you how to make money in commodities. The Commodities Hour, next on TFNN.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials finished up 187, Nasdaq up 78, S&P's up 22. And folks, if you happen to be in the St. Pete, Clearwater, Tampa area, coming this Thursday evening, I'm doing a workshop, dinner presentation at the Bel Air Country Club. And what this is all about, this is about the Tiger Real Estate First Mortgage Program. The way this works is that, we have a real estate fund, and we are basically mortgaging some of the properties. We are paying 5% on an annualized basis, paid monthly. It's a 4-year term. If, in fact, we sell a property before 18 months, you get the full 18 months interest. I don't expect that we're going to be selling any of the properties that we are mortgaging before 18 months, but just in case someone comes along and offers a higher price than we think it's worth at that particular point, of course, we'll sell it. Bottom line is that the workshop is going to be from. So if you're in the CD market, folks, if you're in a dividend market, if you're looking for a secured investment, this is a nice deal. The thing to understand is that you do not get your cash back for 4 years. That's the important aspect, I'd say, out of all of it. You paid monthly, 5%. It's secured by the real estate. The loan to value of the loan is 70% of the real estate. So bottom line is that you have a nice 30% kicker that is inside of that. If you want to see the documents in person, the documents I'm referring to, of course, the actual loan documents, the mortgage documents, the title insurance, and the properties. You can come over to our website at TFNN. You'll see it right under breaking news. You can sign up right there. If you happen to be across the country, anywhere across the country, and you have an interest in getting monthly income, you can go to TFNN and go to the right-hand side, and you'll see the banner. The banner says Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund. When you hit that banner, what you'll do is that you'll go to first, you'll see on the front page, will say investment objective. It's to make high current income without the volatility of the markets. That's what it really comes down to. It's a conservative approach, and if you're happy with 5% a year and getting your principal back, that's what it's all about. You can first hit First Mortgage Portfolio. You'll see some of the houses that we have out here. We do have more houses that we're going to be putting up. And then you can jump to the sample closing documents. When you jump to the sample closing documents, you'll actually see the mortgage and promissory note, the loan policy, title insurance. And the title insurance there, of course, we have title insurance in all of these properties. The title insurance, being the lender, is that what you want to make sure of, that you are the first mortgagee on the property. And that's, of course, we have that. We pay for all of that. And the fund does pay all the expenses. Then you'll see the actual HUD example. So if you happen to be in this area, you want to go live, just go to TFNN. You can sign up right in the front page. If you are anywhere across the country and have an interest in it, just give us an email. There is a short video on the website that you can also go through and check out what we're doing. Market-wise, what we have is this. You get the Fed meeting today, Fed meeting tomorrow. We're at the highs. Bottom line is that on the S&P, the cash S&P, folks, right now we're 10 points away from the bottom of the trend line. And the trend line that I'm referring to is this. When we broke down, we broke a trend that had started from November of 2012. And that trend started at, this number is a low number. In fact, it's pretty amazing. The 1359. And what we've done is that we're coming back to the bottom of that channel break, and we're coming back with dramatically lighter volume. So the real key here is going to be, are you going to be able to, is the market going to be able to get back inside of that channel? It gets back inside that channel, gets over the highs, that means higher price, period. Doesn't get back inside of the channel, first off, it's hitting the channel with dramatically lighter volume. So the probability is that, yeah, you could spike the channel and come right back inside it. Many of these channels, when a channel breaks this dramatically, most times you'll just come back up to that channel, hit the channel intraday, back off the channel, and go from there. What's going to be intriguing in this market right here is we're only 10 points away from the channel, number one. The Fed comes out tomorrow at 2:15 with their announcement. That's going to be the news that's either going to make or break the channel, folks. That's what it comes down to. That's in the S&P. The small caps really haven't been able to, big day today, but the small caps have been going sideways from us, going all the way back, actually, yeah, October of 2013. So we'll see whether the small caps can bust out this time. The high in the small caps, the IWM, is 120. Right now you're at 114. the metal market. Now, inside the commodities, okay, so let's take a look inside commodities for a second, because commodities, what you had out here is that natural gas today was up 2.9%. You had wheat up. Heating oil was up slightly. Crude oil went at 81.41. And crude oil still, folks, wants lower price. You know, the way crude traded out here today, it looks like it wants a lot lower price. And when I say lower price, you're talking about $75. It looks like an ABC structure on the way down to 75. The divergence inside the metal market is pretty intense. And what it is this. The dollar's pulled back, but the dollar's going to need more volume to get into lower price. The gold market's going to need more volume to get into higher price. I like how a few of these gold and, in fact, one silver stock has been trading out here today. And what they've done is that they've rejected lower price, they've had lighter volume, and they start moving topside. That's the first part. There's another part inside the gold market that I found really intriguing in the last few days. Now, we haven't bought the stock, but it's Rangel Resources. You know, BlackRock came in, and they came in like they're a monster anyway, but you talk about coming into a stock. They had owned 11% of it. They've been accumulating it for a while, folks, all the way down, actually. You know, gold, Rangel Resources has just gone from $90 to $60. Bottom line is that on the break lower the 24th, actually. So the 23rd, it's traded at 67. 24th, it breaks out a low at 64. They bought an additional 6 million shares. So now they own 16% of Rangel Resources. Now, Rangel Resources is one of the best gold companies out there. The risk in Rangel Resources has to do with doing business in West Africa. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. And whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it like a nice big motion picture. Step into it, take ownership of it, and fly with it. Thanks for being here, folks. Have a great night, safe night. Look forward to speaking to you right here tomorrow. Go get them, folks.